Hello everyone and welcome to the weird, scary and horrible parts of humanity. Firstly, apologies for the croakiness and sound of my voice as I've still got the flu. It's Europe, it's winter, what can I say? With Wikipedia listing 49 conflicts in territories of the former Soviet Union since her demise in 1991, and 15 current countries having been part of the Soviet Union, you might have thought that the country was a hotbed for terrorism and conflicts. Well, not exactly, and many conflicts and territorial and ethnic disputes only manifested after the fall of the Soviet Union. Indeed, the deadliest terrorist incident in the Soviet Union was committed by a lone wolf terrorist aboard an Aeroflot Tupelov Tu-104, operating a domestic flight within the Soviet Union. The Tupelov Tu-104 was a true game-changer for Soviet aviation as the only jetliner operating globally from 1956 to 1958. It was operated by CSA in Czechoslovakia and Aeroflot in the Soviet Union. However, it had a crappy safety record, with 18% of the 201 aircraft made lost, and a total of 1,140 lives lost. The aircraft was unreliable, heavy and unstable, and production only occurred from 1956 to 1960, with the aircraft finally retired from military operation in 1981. Aeroflot Flight 109 was operating aircraft CC-42379 from Moscow, the capital of the Soviet Union, to Chita, in the southeast of the Soviet Union and modern-day Russia, which borders Mongolia and China. As the crow flies, the distance is 4,752 kilometers or 2,953 miles. However, the range of the Tu-104 was only 2,120 kilometers or 1,320 miles, with a maximum payload. This necessitated the aircraft stopping down in Chelyabinsk, Novosibirsk and Irkutsk before arriving in Chita. The aircraft was registered on the 26th of April 1958. There were 5 cockpit crew and 3 flight attendants aboard. The captain was Nikolai Obadayansk, co-pilot Yuri Ponomarev, navigator Vladislav Baryshkov, flight engineer Grigory Kuzenkov, and radio operator Nikolai Yefimitsev. The 3 flight attendants were Tatyana Mikolovina Evstinkieva, Olga Vasilyeva Kuritskov, and Gennady Antolyovich Grachev. The aircraft was near capacity with 72 passengers, and the aircraft having occupancy for 85 passengers. However, one of the passengers wasn't exactly a passenger. He was an armed air marshal, 21-year-old Junior Lieutenant Vladimir Yezikyov. Of the passengers aboard, 4 were children and 68 were adults. Aeroflot Flight 109 flew from Moscow Domodedovo Airport on the 17th of May 1973 at 6:12 p.m. and went to Chelyabinsk, Senya and Irkutsk without incident, arriving into Irkutsk on the morning of the 18th of May. There, Azerbaijani citizen Chingis Yunusogly Rzayev of 32 boarded the flight with a ticket for Chita. Rzayev was from Ganja, the 3rd largest city in Azerbaijan by population, which was then known as Kirovabad. On the 18th of May at 9:02 a.m, Aeroflot Flight 109 departed Irkutsk, proceeding to Chita at an altitude of 30,000 feet. 20 minutes later, the aircraft entered Chita air traffic control, and at 9:32 a.m, the air traffic controller permitted the flight to descend to 1,200 meters. However, 4 minutes later, the flight radio transmitted an indication of danger 3 times, with crew informing the air traffic control in Chita that Rzayev, who was in the cabin, insisted that the flight change course. A few minutes before landing, he had shown a flight attendant a bomb and demanded that the plane change course to China. By this stage, they were very close to China, and the passenger attempting to escape the Soviet Union claimed that he wanted the plane to enter Chinese airspace. This was a very bizarre choice of a country to escape to, with China having been a communist country under the People's Republic of China since the 1st of October 1949. Hence, had the aircraft flown into China, Rzayev would have been arrested, imprisoned and deported almost immediately back to the Soviet Union after serving his sentence in China. Moreover, with Mongolia at the time a socialist country under the Mongolian People's Revolutionary Party and having close political and economic ties to her neighbour the Soviet Union, the same thing would have happened to Rzayev had he gone to Mongolia. The Tu-104 didn't have capacity to make it to non-communist countries Japan, Taiwan and Thailand, and in essence the closest country not aligned to the Soviet Union would have been South Korea. However, the chances of the plane making it through mainland China and potentially North Korea unhindered was pretty obsolete. Indeed, every other hijacking by a person desiring to escape the Soviet Union had gone to a neighbouring Turkey, where they attempted to claim asylum. So why Rzayev was wanting to go to China and what he was going to do there is unknown. At 9:36 am and 30 seconds, the crew reported that they would increase their altitude to 6,600 metres. In essence, contradicting the demands of Rzayev, who wanted to go into Chinese airspace. 2 minutes later, a coded transmission was sent indicating that the flight was in danger, and indeed this was pretty true. Rzayev's bomb was armed, and indeed he had between 5.5 and 6 kilograms of TNT, which was pretty damn powerful. By this stage, they were only 97 kilometers or 60 miles west of Chita Airport. Rzayev tried to enter the cockpit. This led to Yezikov shooting him twice in the back. One bullet hit the area of the 8th intercostal space, penetrating his heart. As he lay there dying, he activated the bomb, blowing up the Tupelov Tu-104 to smithereens. The time from when the first air traffic controller was contacted to when the plane was blown up was only 2 minutes and 25 seconds. The final report would state the cause of the aeroplane crash, which broke apart in mid-air, killing all passengers and crew, was the explosion of a bomb by a terrorist who tried to force the crew to change the course of the aircraft. 5 witnesses reported seeing the plane break up mid-air between 9:35 am and 9:45 am local time, which was consistent with a sharp, sudden change in pressure. At 10:55 am, an Mi-8 helicopter discovered the wreckage along a highway scattered along 10 kilometers. Rzayev was missing his hands and his body was deformed due to the bomb. Aeroflot Flight 109 was still used as a flight number from Los Angeles International Airport, California to Moscow Sheremetyevo Airport. However, this has been suspended since the Russian invasion of the Ukraine. Thank you for watching. Please do yourself a favour and hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to inform yourself of when new videos come out. Also, why not hit that like button and leave a nice comment? It helps more than you know and your support is truly appreciated. Until next time, stay awesome, stay classy, be kind to everyone you meet, have an amazing day. And remember, the truth is always more interesting than fiction.